Hi, and welcome back to my channel, my dear viewers. Let's get into the movie. Today's review is Paws of Fury. So, this is an animation movie, and let's get into getting to know what are the positives and what worked out, what did not work out, and if my recommendation for you guys, if you can go out and watch it, and what I liked about it. So, what is the take home message? What is the philosophy behind it? And what could have worked out well? So, these are the insights that I would be sharing with you guys now. So, um, the similarity of this movie is it's about a misfit in a particular society and how this personality, due to some circumstances, gets into another group, and from there, how this character travels and what are the responsibilities for this character, and how does this character win against the evil by working out on a magic formula. So now, what is this magic formula? So this is not something new. We have been exposed to this earlier. Then the beginning of the movie, the setup, the animation, the scenes, the artwork was very similar to Kung Fu Panda. In fact, the first few minutes I was thinking if I'm watching a sequel of Kung Fu Panda. But then, as and when the movie picks up steam and when the reel just moves on and on and on, the entire crew seems to be getting a little serious, and the movie brings in the wow factor. So, as and when the movie moves more than 20 minutes, the scenery changes, the animation changes, the way the artist worked, the colors, the depth, everything was amazing, something which I haven't seen before. So, having said that, the usual plot, there is a good person, and then there is the evil, and then there is a fight between the good and the bad, and what happens? Very predictable, always the good wins, and the evil vanishes off. So, this is something which we all know. So, the advantages of this movie is number one, I would say, is the comedy. So after 20 minutes, when we start sinking in our senses into the movie, we totally dive in deep into the movie, and we just forget that we're there in the theater. That is when the subtle comedy and the timing of the comedy and the subtle changes definitely cracks you up. So I after a very long time, I had a nice subtle laughter. It wasn't like laughing out loud, but it was like a subtle nice laughter. So that was good. Second, with the personality of the characters, the personality of the characters remain the same throughout the movie. So usually, what I have observed recently from the Hollywood animation movies, the personality of the characters tends to fade out. What was there in the beginning of the movie fades out, and the end of the movie it's completely a different personality, and people tend to get a little confused. I don't want to quote movies now, but over here, the personalities just remain the same. So that is amazing. And of course, the characters played by each of these animated personalities were really amazing. The dubbing part of it, then how they worked out on each of these personalities, their acting skills, the voiceovers, superb, really superb. So let's not get into the details, the technical part of what's the name of the person. You can always Google it. You can check out for the crew members of these characters. Now, what went wrong? The first 15 to 20 minutes, it was a little dragging. When we just, I was trying to figure out the narration. I was trying to figure out what is this movie about, and they were just trying to warm up. So that 20 minutes was a little bit of a drag, but then after that, it was really good. The comedy, as I mentioned earlier, was what really cracks you up, and it's funny. So I enjoyed the comedy really good, and I believe that you would also enjoy the movie. Now, coming to the philosophy of the movie is something that we have already been exposed to, that we have already known to from the previous animated Hollywood movies. Is quite simple. Is how we work on a magic formula, and as they say in Kung Fu Panda, the magic recipe for the best noodles is nothing. It's just to believe that what you do has the magic in it works wonders. So once you believe that you deep inside you are made up of things that you can do marvelous, and you can move mountains, you can achieve something which once you felt unachievable, is trying to make yourself believe that you are great inside, is when great things happen. So, this is the philosophy, the crux of the movie around which it has been built, which I feel is excellent, not just for the children, but even for the adults. We are all in times of the pandemic, there's been a lot of changes, there's been a lot of, change of course for people, and this sort of movies at this present time is really good for the children. When they watch these sort of movies at this age, they become the future citizens of the world, and I'm pretty sure that they will be equipped well enough to face challenges. The second philosophy of which the movie is built around is about acceptance. Acceptance, in other words, anti racism. So we are all hoping that the future world would be a better place to live in, where people accept the others regardless of the color of the skin and what they do, their preferences, and so many things, so many levels. Right now, we are all in a world wherein we get defined by the skin color, from where we are born, what language we speak, what we practice, and things like that, which is a very big challenge. And there's a lot of people in our present generation that they're trying to work against it. And movies like this are going to work wonders with children, with people of the future, and make sure that it's an amazing world to live in. So, acceptance, which will work against racism, and then you have the magic formula. So, these are movies that's going to mark an etch in the kids' mind, as well as bring in a change for the adults who watched it. Overall, I really enjoyed it, and it was an amazing movie. The characters are everlasting. The comedy is timing was really good, and the animation, the art, the music, the background music score, everything was superb. If you are a person who loves Kung Fu Panda sort of movies, and you would really enjoy it. I really hope that Kung Fu Panda makers could bring in a sequel, joining hands with this team, and so that we will have a really amazing movie. If these two teams can combine and give us a magical movie sooner or later. So, if you are having time this weekend, please do take your children. If you are don't have kids, you can go alone. If you're an adult, if you're a young adult, if you're a senior citizen, you can still watch it. It's a very nice movie. It gives you a very good feeling. It gives you a new perspective in life. And these are sort of movies that I think we should all support. I mean, of course, they're Hollywood movies, and they're good movies, watchable, enjoyable. So, see you all in the next movie review. Happy watching. See you. Bye bye.